All right, happy Wednesday night, everybody. What if Wednesday on the website, theraiderland.com? We asked you a question. What if this was different? Tonight, the question, or today, the question this morning was, what if there were no three-point shot in college basketball? In an alternate world, what if that happened? You can sound off on that tonight. You can sound off on Texas Tech in Houston. Red Raiders can't quite get it done. It was a great college basketball game. And then the overriding question tonight. Do you love or hate college sports right now? Why or why not? Simple question. Do you love or hate it? I see people saying it's broken, they hate it, everything. Oh, well, why do you hate it? Or why do you love it right now? You tell us on the United Supermarkets chat line tonight here on the daily broadcast. All right, we're coming to you from the Hat Creek Interior Studios, the greatest in Western style furniture, custom furniture, and accessories. You find it in Lubbock on the showroom. 10101 South Slide Road. You find it on the internet at hatcreek.us. You go to their Facebook page. You see all the cool stuff. You tell them thanks for being a part of Raiderland. That's really, the power of five. We talk about it every night on the show. 5 people tell our great sponsors thanks on their social media feeds, Facebook and otherwise. We're rocking and rolling. So you get the idea. But we're coming to you from the Hat Creek Interior Studios. You don't have to own a ranch like you live like on a ranch to look like you live on a ranch with ranch style furniture. You get the idea. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans. All you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com, where you start your day every day. Got the fresh, awesome, hot links, the Raiderland links every morning. Best links from around Raiderland and beyond. All the cool stuff you didn't know you needed to know, but we collate it, put it together, and we got it for you every day. Brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas, home of the world-famous jerky. Much more than that. Check out their website, Jackson Brothers Meat Locker, or go down there to Post, or call them up. They deliver to you anywhere in the known universe, pretty much. All right, so tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Red River Brewing Company in Red River, New Mexico, right next to Lifts West. You get done skiing, you want a cold beer, you want some great spirits, you go to Red River Brewing Company. Now, the brewery has much more than just that. They've got great food, unbelievable food. So check it out. Also by Middleton & Son, the ultimate gold standard in West Texas and beyond, in the tri-state and larger area, for farm and ranch sales and appraisals. Check out their Facebook page for the latest. You want to own a piece of West Texas, and West Texas is the best Texas. Middleton & Son can make it happen. They brokered the deal for the 4-6s with Taylor Sheridan. I bet they can help you sell your farm or ranch or help you buy your farm or ranch that you've been dying for in West Texas. They're just really cool. We're glad Middleton & Son are a part of what we do in Raiderland. Again, great Facebook page. Check it out. All right, here we go. Questions, comments, thoughts tonight. Where do you want to begin? The big topic tonight, what we used to call on radio the running topic of the show, but now Chad Hasty on KFYO stole that unabashedly, and now he just goes out every night on KFYO and his affiliates again. Yeah, the running topic. Yeah, we were doing that in the late 90s, early 2000s. Anyhow, the running topic tonight. Do you love or hate college sports right now? With NIL, transfer portal, everything that's going on, do you love it or hate it? If you're a Texas Tech fan specifically, you can sound off on it. Why or why not? I've seen so many things posted on social media and otherwise, and breathlessly written commentaries about how college sports is broken. Well, it wasn't broken until teams like Tech started winning, and Indiana started winning in football. It wasn't broken until certain schools had their advantage taken away. You know? College basketball doesn't get the same scrutiny, but there are people saying, yeah, it's all broken. You tell me. Do you love or hate college sports right now? Because you're seeing some of the highest ratings ever for college football on TV, and it's not involving, you know, the blue bloods necessarily. You're seeing attendance go up at stadiums. You tell me. Nobody ever asks you. Everybody writes the columns. Everybody does the breathless things on Twitter and internet. You tell me. Do you love or hate college sports right now? I love it. Parody. Beautiful. I've seen what the previous 50, 60 years looked like for a school like Texas Tech. No chance whatsoever. Was never going to happen. I like this a whole lot better. But that's just me. You tell me, jump in on the United Supermarkets, Market Street, wherever they may be in your neighborhood. They're the school that supports Texas Tech in West Texas. They put their name on stuff at Texas Tech. There's another grocery store around here that takes your money, sends it down to Austin, puts it on their stuff. You tell me tonight, love or hate it. Houston beat Texas Tech in basketball last night. Great game. What did you take away? What's the impact? We'll discuss the impact tonight on Texas Tech losing that game. The impact of winning it, the impact of losing it. Lady Raiders in action right now. They're at West Virginia. We have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period. 23-21 West Virginia. First quarter, first period, 17-16 Texas Tech. 7-4 West Virginia in the early go. I guess we're halfway through the second period. Lady Raiders, we have everything flipped around, I think. Let's see. Give me the split box on this one right now. Yeah, Moppin with 9, leading the way so far tonight. Collins has 6 in the early go for Texas Tech. All right, let's get it going on the United Supermarkets chat line. Jamie on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube. Jamie on YouTube. Either one free, doesn't cost anything. Subscribe, like, share. Everybody on YouTube. We'd love to go over 700 subscribers this week. I think we can do it. It does feel broken. Why does it feel broken? I would ask that. Why does it feel broken? I hate it because it's all about the bottom dollar. It's all about the bottom dollar. Welcome to the game. I don't know where you've been, but welcome to the game. It's always been about the bottom dollar. Charlie, I really don't mind the NIL money, but the portal is exhausting. Obviously, two separate things. And the portal, the ability to transfer with the unlimited transfer is something that can easily be fixed the minute colleges admit that they're running a business and say, you know what, we're running a business, we might want to engage in collective bargaining so we can create contracts that are enforceable. Right now, you don't have that. The answer is right in front of them. That the colleges refuse to do it is stupid on their part, but for the most part, colleges are run by stupid people. Yeah. Let's see, James. But I do see how it's helping Tech, but it shouldn't be all about the money. It's always been about the money. In NASCAR, we have a saying, money buys speed. In college sports, money has always bought teams, championships, players, facilities, everything. It was always about the money. It's always been about the money. So what are you saying? It shouldn't be about the money for the people who are playing, or it should be about the money that was okay when it was about the money? You tell me. I love where college sports is right now. It's open, it's transactional, and it's more fair than it's ever been. More fair than it's ever been. 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 1900, Teddy Roosevelt creating the NCAA because guys are getting their necks broke running the flying wedge on kickoff returns, and we got to do something. It is better today for every college in America. Jeff, I like it because we're pissing everyone off by flipping over the big kids table. I mean, Tech's not supposed to be doing this. Indiana's not supposed to be doing this. Miami hadn't been relevant in 25 years. How dare they? Joseph, I love college sports. They didn't worry about it being broken when the Blue Bloods were showed to have unlimited scholarships and athletes stood in their pay line like a regular job. Meat on the Hoof, great book. If you don't think it's always been about money, go read Meat on the Hoof. Came out about 1968, 70, right in through there. Alan, I love college sports more today because the rabbit has the gun and the Elmer Fuds are scared. Ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. And now the rabbit's got the gun. James comes back and says it's broken because the timeline's broken. What's the timeline? Are you talking about the portal and when people can transfer and come in and out? There ain't no timeline. Are you talking about the national championships in mid-January as opposed to New Year's Day? Why is that sacrosanct? One, we can have that discussion. Why is that sacrosanct for football? Because basketball goes across fall and spring semester. Baseball goes into damn near July. Ain't nobody going to school in June and July. Wait, this idea that college football has to wrap up on a certain timeline. The portal and the championship. I'm going to go back down here and pick up James. The portal and the championship. There is no sacred timeline to any of this stuff. So screw the championship. Let's talk about the portal. Okay. The portal, when does it need to open up? Why does the portal open up when it does? Because they are trying to still fake being student athletes. But I really don't care about any of that. It doesn't matter. I do not care when they come and go and transfer or anything else. It don't matter to me. Hence the question, do you love college sports right now? I love it. I got no problem with it. Any and all. Let's go back up here and catch a couple of comments. I think it's skewed over some of you guys because I was doing it. Alan, NIL has leveled the playing field. We have true parity now. Teddy Roosevelt would be thrilled to see the Masked Rider. 100%. Teddy and the Rough Riders, he would love that. He would want to be the Masked Rider right across the football field, and he'd want to run around the whole thing. He would. I know it for a fact. Season should start Labor Day. The playoffs should start Thanksgiving weekend. Portals should open a week after the season ends. All right, so we can do this. But we've got to kill off the NCAA. We've got to go down to 72 teams. And we do start Labor Day weekend. And we get rid of the conference championship games, which don't matter anymore. And we roll right into the playoffs, much like something called the NFL does. And then we could wrap up the second week. I don't think we can finish it up New Year's, but we could wrap up the second week of January. And then the portal opens up and guys can go anywhere they want to go. You bring them in, you do whatever. We can do it. We can go to an 11-game season, back to an 11-game season. We can make this work. We go 72 teams, 32 teams get into the playoffs, 32 teams go play in the meaningless bowl games, which don't matter anymore, but I don't really care. Charlie, do you think they have a do you think they have to figure out a way that college football isn't just a free farm league for the NFL? It's always been what do you mean? It's always been a free farm league for the NFL. There's a reason why there was never any minor league football. College football did it for them. You know? NBA, same thing. College basketball gave the NBA everything they wanted up until about 15, 20 years ago. The influx of the Euros and everything kind of changed that. And then they try to figure out this G League stuff and kind of a minor league deal. But both the NBA and NFL for decades, forever, have gone, yeah, this is great. We don't have to have minor league. The physical demands and everything else are different in both leagues, certainly in baseball and everything else. The developmental time it takes, that for the most part, you can't go out of high school and go play in the NFL. Very few players could do that. NBA, few more. Major League Baseball, more players could play professionally at age 18 than they could almost any other sport because of the physical demands. But do we have to figure out a way that the college football isn't a free farm league for the NFL? No. The NFL, college football needs to think of itself no longer like college football here, NFL up here. College football needs to go, we can be right here. That the NFL can be right here, we can be right here, and then every other sport, professional sport in America is way down below that. The college football needs to quit thinking of itself, and the universities are sitting there on this golden egg, and you're not down here. You're this close to the NFL. Again, no one ever accused the people who are running it in the colleges of being very smart. Do you love or hate college sports right now? Tech basketball, what do you want to talk about last night? Threes can only go so far. Volume threes in a game that's going to be played in the 50s to the 60s is going to be a problem. Christian Anderson had a bad night. Grant McCaslin damn near killed him a couple of times in timeouts. You're still playing shorthanded because of injuries and other things. So you don't have an inside game. Did I miss anything? Oh, so did it kill you last night losing the game? No. You were basically on the 4 seed line, hoopshd.com. Today, I think Tech maybe slipped to the 5, but probably on the 4. That's fine. If you'd won, you might have gone to the 3. It's all good. I mean, this was a NCAA level tournament game that you would only have in the Elite Eight. That if Houston was a 3 seed going into this game and you were a 4 seed, do the math. You played great defense for the most part last night. You played at a pace, and this is the deal. This Texas Tech team, it's hard. If you want to be scoring in the 90s, it's a lot harder to speed up a team like Houston than it is to slow down a team like Tech. So you had to play the game at their pace. That's why I thought the line, by the way, I thought was off last night. I had it 3.5 Houston. It was tickling 8 a couple of different places. I didn't agree with that. But you didn't lose anything by losing the game. You just need to get more of your players out there that you started the season saying they're going to play. And if they don't, well, okay, this is probably the cap. It's a Sweet 16, maybe play to an Elite 8. But if you don't get everybody you have on the roster out there at a certain point, that's kind of where you are. We're the Lady Raiders right now, speaking of where you are. 31-28, Lady Raiders at the half. Great closeout by Texas Tech. They're in the final few minutes to take the quarter. 14-12. Lady Raiders with 11 from Maupin right now, 6 from Sanogo, 9 from Collins. What are they shooting right now? 52% and 3 of 7 on the threes tonight for Texas Tech. 2 of 2 at the line. Man, you get to 3-0. You get to 3-0. They're playing on house money. Do you love or hate college sports right now? That's the question. You got about, 12 minutes to roll in tonight on the United Supermarkets Chatline. We're in the Hat Creek Interiors studio. Check them out, hatcreek.us. They deliver to you. When you see the furniture, you're going to go, yeah, that's why they want to be affiliated with this great audience in Raiderland. Same thing for Middleton & Son, Farm and Ranch Sales and Appraisals. Facebook page. I would go there on the Facebook page and check it out, particularly if you're like thinking about buying a little ranch or a big ranch or something cool. You got to go there. We'll get into Tech football more tomorrow as the portal settles down a little bit. But the running topic tonight, I'm stealing it from Chad Hasty, everybody. Chad, you got what, 10 minutes left? Someone call in or text into Chad on KFYO in Lubbock. Hey, why'd you steal the running topic from my head? Do you love or hate college sports right now? I see all these columns, all these things, breathless written. College sports is broken. College football is broken. We can't do this. I'm like, why? Why can't we? Seems to me it's better than it's ever been. Chris, he's on Facebook. Ryan Heights Raiderland. Don't cost nothing. Everybody on Facebook. Share it with your friends. I love college sports more today because this system gives Tech a better chance to compete. Not just Texas Tech. Not just Texas Tech. Everybody. Lady Raiders in a rock fight. Texas Tech up. Yeah, we updated that. Thank you, James. Sorry, didn't see that. Alan, we need 80 teams to appease TV inventory needs. I think you can do 72. Break it up, everything else. I think 72 is my number that I can make work. Ryan is on Facebook. I'm fine with the status of college sports, but high school recruiting doesn't matter at all. Slim chance incoming freshmen ever see the field for their first team. I disagree. Certain positions, it will matter more. And we'll discuss this more tomorrow, but I want to give credit to Rob Bro on his radio show today. And he was talking about offensive line recruiting. And we've talked about, you've got to get this offensive line better. Cody Campbell last year said, I will, specifically to somebody asking about the offensive line. It still needs to be better. But Rob Bro, former offensive lineman his own self, me as the father of an offensive lineman, former offensive lineman, I should have really diagnosed this. And he nailed it today. Rob was talking about how the way you'll build the offensive line going forward, and Tech's done it the last 2 years. You got Felix Oho coming in, a couple of others, is you've got to really do it and grow it internally through high school recruiting. Now, the Texas Tech high school recruiting the last 2 years, infinitely better than it's been. And here's where he nails it. Here's where Rob got it right. Where Tech was last year to get the line better, you could go to the portal. You could infinitely get better. And Tech did. This offensive line was much better than it was 2 years ago, or however you want to phrase it. That this past season's offensive line, much better. But the guys that will take you from that level to the next level, they're not in the portal. They're getting retained and paid by their current school. So the position of offensive line has to be grown up internally by the Felix Ohos, by players like that. Now, you got some Zambrano coming back, Sampson coming back. You've got it. But Texas Tech fans are going to have to realize, I'm going to have to realize, that the offensive line is really the last piece to put in place, because anymore you can't elevate it that much once you're pretty good to, good, pretty good, really good, whatever. And if you want to be elite, those players aren't out there on the open market. Their schools are going to pay for them. He had a brilliant analysis. I don't even know that he was doing it. So when we talk about recruiting fresh and everything else, it's going to be positionally. Offensive line, defensive line, that the guys that are better when they're older, that you invest in that. Will there be flashes of skill position players that can come in, Ryan, and play immediately at the highest level? And we're not talking Big 12 or D1 level anymore. If you're Texas Tech, you're talking national championship contender level. Totally different things. So it doesn't bother me at all on chances of freshmen coming in and playing the way you're articulating it. Doesn't bother me at all. Let's see. I'm watching the girls' game. Why do girls' games have the worst refs? Any thoughts? They don't make as much money. There you go. Pretty simple. The way I've seen it for, 40 years. Calling games and otherwise. They don't pay them enough. Joseph, Facebook, all these years when you knew that Tech didn't really have a chance to win a championship, I would think, man, if I was a billionaire, I would buy a championship, parade the team and trophy around every blue blood school in Tech. I did shows for years, and we'd occasionally ask the question, if Tech could win a national championship, but you had to cheat to do it, and you go on a probation, would you do it? And inherently, people would say, yeah. Now you're not cheating. Now you're competing. Jeff, I've watched Tech sports for over 50 years. There's been no better time to be a Red Raider fan. These are the good old days. Do you love or hate college sports right now? That's the question, not on the daily broadcast. Everybody on YouTube, subscribe, like, share, invite people in. Thank you. Everybody on Facebook, same thing. On Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, same thing. We appreciate you being out there. Jumping in on the United Supermarkets chat line. Great supermarket. Did I go there today? I don't think I did. Hold on, we're getting a shout out from John on YouTube from Lake Meredith. How we doing up there? We need a little rain. I don't think you're going to get it tonight. We might get some down here. How we doing at Lake Meredith? We talking Lake Meredith? We talking about Fritch? What are we talking about for Lake Meredith? Love me some Lake Meredith. Jeff, Christian Anderson had an off night, and the short bench didn't help at all. Talking about Texas Tech last night on the men's side. Yeah, he had an off night, and he had a – I thought McCaslin was going to kill him a couple of times during the timeouts. Sorry, Christian. These are the games that you got to show up for, and you got to be big. And certainly right now, when you don't have any inside game whatsoever, that's just life. 7 assists. It's good, but I still hate the preponderance of threes for this team. And that's the problem when you take a lot of threes, it's volume shooting, and the magic number is about 40%. You didn't get that last night, and you didn't have the volume shooting because the possessions were going to be compressed because of the way Houston's going to play the game. And it's a lot easier for Houston to slow it down than it is for you to speed them up. And that's how you get beat in the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8. Like I said, this was an Elite 8 level game. Let's see. Do you think our offensive line played well enough to win, or do you think they should add a couple of big houses with some big mitts? Okay, they played well enough to win the Big 12 championship game. They weren't good enough, obviously, against Oregon. I think we just kind of went over that just a second ago. You probably got your answer on that. And I know the comments are behind my comments, and I apologize for that sometimes. Any Cam Coleman news? Not that I've seen so far. Today, we'll see tonight. David Collier will have that update. Can't wait until my buddy and I go to travel to a 2.5 hours south to watch the Lady Raiders play Houston. Coming up down there at the Fertitta Center. I called games at Hoffein's Pavilion. That's how old I am. Hoffein's Pavilion. Man, what a dump. Alan, I went to Hat Creek in Fort Worth, but they sell burgers instead of interiors. I'm shocked by this revelation. That I so shocked. I got a bacon cheeseburger. Good call. They don't have that at Hat Creek Interiors in Lubbock. Although if you ask Corey Flanagan, maybe nicely, I don't know. I would not put it against them. And I don't know this for a fact. I might check this out this week. They might have a grill and stuff in the back that I don't know about. It's about the time David Collier from KMAC 28 weighs in on the show. I love where college sports are now. No matter what the SEC and the Big Ten will still do illegal things, and the NCAA will turn their heads. So I say no Monet cap. The playing field is equal. So the Monet cap is completely different. This has to do with art history and Monet and Manet. So Monet, the Impressionist artist, there's a cap on the number of paintings you can own based on NCAA regulations. We're still playing under the Monet cap. Now, the Manet cap, totally different on the Manet cap, but it's really a self-cap deal because there aren't nearly as Manet paintings available on the open market as there are Monet paintings. So you have to work around the Manet Monet cap there, John. I like the maturity of the girls' basketball team. Well, it's not a girls' basketball team, it's women's basketball. Any more than you say boys' basketball team. Women's basketball, Lady Raiders, whatever you want to call it, but please call it women's basketball. JCTT, Houston is gettable, and we should at home. Just think if Kit could build a roster and take them with P4 schools, the SIG model. Signetti. SEC. The entire running back room is back next year, including Joyner. I hope Joyner is back until he's back. We'll see he's back. But, yes, the entire running back room is back. And that's good. Great point by Rob and yourself, Ari. OL recruiting. That has to be a national focus. No offense, West Texas. But we don't grow big enough. Blame it, Wranglers. You got some guys around here, but yeah, you got to go out and get the big uglies wherever you can find them. Fritz is a great Red Raider, great defender, and great competitor. Fritz, whoever Fritz was. Speaking of Chris Anderson, he got manhandled. The double team pushed him damn near past half court. Yeah, not a good night. Not a good night. All right, clean up the comments here. It's 79.68 feet. I live between the lake. Oh, all right. And Tater Salad City. Well done. We'd met. Come to find out, they were arresting everybody driving down the sidewalk that night. That's profiling, and that's wrong. Yes, sir, we do need some rain. We're always fishing, camping, hunting at Lake Meredith. That's cool. We need you to hit me up on Twitter, DM me at Ryan Hyatt Media. Jeff, amen, Jeff. Great time in Raiderland and sustainable, but enjoy every second. Targets engaged on us in every sport. That's a good place. Yeah, these are the good old days, as we say. And then finally, Manet, Monet, they also painted occasionally. There you go. All right. Went a little overtime tonight. That's cool. Continue the discussion in the comments. Do you love or hate college sports right now? We're going to post this on our website, theraiderland.com. You can keep that thing rolling easily tonight. That'll be posted here in just a little bit. We would ask you to do the Power of Five tonight. Red River Brewing Company in Red River, New Mexico, right next to Lifts West. Perfect place after you come off the slopes. Hang out, warm up, have a cold drink, have a warm drink, and great food. And then Middleton Sun Farm and Ranch sales and appraisals. Gold Standard, West Texas, and beyond. And, of course, Hat Creek Interiors here in the Hat Creek Interior studio. So hit their Facebook pages. Tell them thanks for being a part of Raiderland. Even if just 5 of you do that every night on our sponsors. I know you sit there and think, well, somebody else will do it or whatever. No, you do it yourself. Don't take just a couple of seconds. And that helps us grow this. But it gives the sponsors the, just that little pat on the back. And they go, yeah. And they already know. They know the numbers. They know the audience we have. But it's awesome when they hear that feedback and say, hey, I don't need to buy a ranch today, but the next time I do, Middleton and Son, we're coming for you. I get it. I understand stuff like that. So if you could do that and then just follow it on our YouTube channel, we'd like to be over 700 subscribers this week. That'd be awesome. If you're already on there, hit, subscribe, share, and everything else. Same thing on Facebook and, of course, Twitter X. All right. I got to hit some buttons. Not easy to do. We got buttons we got to hit. You got to hit this one right here. And then I must strike a seductive pose because I never know what the screen cap is going to be on YouTube or anything else. So, all right, we're gonna look really like we're talking about something, right? Hold on. Let me get this. Like we're really talking about something we're going.